Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for My Hero Academia Vigilantes, Season 1, Episode 11. We got teased as some Knuckle backstory. I'm so excited to learn more about that, and not excited because it seems like it's tragic. It seems like B lady that I forget her name every single time. Every time! Luckily, I have it written down. Hachisuka. Which also sounds like it might not be her real name anyway, so we might be getting a new name for her at some point whenever we figure it out. So, yeah, she seems to be able to manipulate people in some way. We had, like, the weird crotch bees from that one girl last episode. Seems like she was, like, being controlled in some way. She's living in a home with either brain dead people or just dead people. I'm not sure which one. But it seems like whoever Knuckle was talking to in the hospital, which seems like it might be his wife, if I understood that right, was also affected by Hachisuka. So yeah, and I think we ended the episode with him spotting her, right? Man, I'm excited. All right, I want to talk more about some other stuff that's been going on. In the opening. I'll wait for the opening for that. So let's just jump into it. We're gonna start here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's right, we have that going. I didn't even talk about that. I'm too into this storyline. Yeah. He's going off solo. He looks so cool. Nice to see you're doing well so I can get my revenge. Alright. I've actually been watching a reaction to My Hero. I don't know if I was doing this when I recorded the last episode or if I said it, but yeah. Man, it made me forget how much I love the My Hero universe and everything. Like, so when I first watched My Hero, I was obsessed with it, and I watched it like 2 or 3 times. The first like 2 seasons. That's all that was out at the time when I did it. And that's around the time when I found reactions of it, and I started watching that too. And that's actually was my gateway into reactions. That was like the first time I ever really watched reactions. And then I started watching reactions to all kinds of shows all over the place that I've seen before and everything. And that's where I like fell in love with it and wanted to make reactions myself. Um but yeah, I decided to rewatch and just got to like the overhaul arc, and like man, so many of those episodes, just the OST and everything just freaking makes me cry. All the airy stuff and all that. All right. Idol. The Day of. Hmm. Okay. Very simple title. Not very spoilery. Yeah, who are these? Oh, Duo Feathers. Her manager. I probably should have got their names. Was it Yui and you? I know one was you. Uh, They all got, like, coordinated. Alright, we got Dance Squad. We are confident in our abilities that we do not need outfits. Interesting. Oh. Oh my god. Love at first sight. Oh my god. I'm gonna quit music now. What? Oh my god, she just instantly. What the heck? Oh my. All that conviction. Just out the window. What the fuck? Their eyes are crazy. Are those glares, or is that just what their eyes are? I almost forgot this was a show about almost everyone having quirks for a second, and it really makes me wonder what their quirks are. Oh my god. Man, she's a busy lady. Okay. I still don't know why those girls were so stuck up about her coming in her normal clothes. It's kind of a funny visual of her just bouncing around. Stamina is probably super important for dancers, I imagine. Aw, that's cute. Rocking out while you. I like the idea that she's listening to that silly. At least I thought it was kind of silly. Oh no! She twisted her ankle, didn't she? She's not gonna be able to do it. What does that mean? Is somehow Koichi gonna have to, like, fill her spot? What in the fuck is that? Oh my god. Jeez. He's advertising. Use the search term Narufest. Oh my god. You don't have your outfit on, you can't pop. Step. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was her, the captain, that twisted her ankle. I didn't know it was one of the girls. Oh no. Oh. Yeah. Oh, me, you, and you. Okay. My bad. That's fair. You just stand there and sing while you have, like, background singers and stuff. I don't know why it's so funny to see him pop just bounce around. Oh. Oh my god, what is... Why do we have this random subplot? Oh no. Of course. Clueless to social norms. He said it looked good, didn't he, though? Like, what? I guess just bringing it up? I don't know. I wonder if that's a cultural thing I don't understand. Or a woman thing. What is this thing? Oh, wait, is another fan of Pop Step? Or is it the same fish weird eel thing we saw before? Wait, is that Present Mike? What's Present Mike doing here? Of course they got him. Alright. That's a cool poster. She's nervous, of course. Koichi's just everyone's punching bag. The captain, yeah. Oh no, this guy. the same music they play with Uraraka crushing on Midoriya, too. Oh my god. This is why I just don't talk in public settings. Oh. Good to see you, Midnight. That's all I'm gonna say. That's so great. Why is he speaking English? Ah. Hmm. Couldn't even speak to All Might himself. Had to speak to a manager. Ooh. Is this gonna run into Knuckle and Hachisuka, maybe? We never got to see what happened there. Always so pragmatic. Oh. Oh, it's this thing. Is this... Oh my god, this is the same kid, I think, right? But just, like, even more cracked. Yeah, the tongue. Man, did she take that kid, like, jail him up and just drug the shit out of him? Kinda feel bad for the kid. I love seeing a racer hit at work, though. Whoa. Wait, what? Well, that's not good. Oh, and it just slides off. That's rough. Yeah, he's not. Eraserhead's not a good fit for this. He's doing what he can, though. Man, how do you have so much to be able to wrap him up and have it all tied off in places? That's crazy. Wait, what? An electric eel! Quirk electric eel. Okay. Oh, no. Damn, that looks crazy. Well, shit. That's not good. I heard her say electricity, which in Japanese is Kaminari, which made me think of Kaminari Denki, because his name is actually just means electricity. Uh, Oh shit. Our boy. Oh shit. He's got like a taser fist. Oh. Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Is she being controlled like the girl from last episode? Is this not the main body of the bee user? What? Is that how it works? How does this work? What? Oh shit. Oh damn. Interesting. What is going on, man? Holy shit. Explosives! Explosive bees! Kilo's brother would be proud. Miluki. You get that. Props to you. I've watched Hunter x Hunter too many times. Oh shit. If this isn't the real body... What? Oh my god. She's got moves. How could she fall from such a height without any worry? Yo, the animation is sick this episode with the lightning. Even Aizawa's fight was great. Look at these angles, dude! They look so good! Oh my god, My Hero is so good about having it like go through the streets and like the camera follows through the streets. It always looks so good. Holy shit, man. Oh, I want so much more. I've been cucked twice from the storyline, but we're getting hints. I love it. I know we had to build up everything that's going on, but holy, I'm just excited, man. Really excited. So it's his daughter somehow, but he said I'm talking to Tama, not you. So it's like his daughter's body, but like it's some kind of possession of some kind, maybe? How did that happen? How did that work? Oh man. I'm really fascinated by that story and whoever the like I wonder who the if that is someone possessing his daughter's body, then who is like the original body, right? The original quirk holder. I don't know. Wow. So Knuckles just trying to save his daughter. His daughter's been taken over. Put their mother in a or put her mother and Knuckles' wife in a hospital. Man, that is it, guys, for episode 11. Cool. Alright. So, a lot of this episode was prepping and planning and getting all set up for the show. I didn't find that part as interesting. I mean, it wasn't bad. I didn't hate it, but it's just like the comparison of what we saw in like the majority of the episode with that versus the Knuckle stuff. I'm just so much more hyped about the Knuckle stuff than I am caring about this random like little show that they're putting on. But I'm happy for Pop Step, and I hope it goes well for her because that's the main thing, right? Other than that, like I don't care if it goes well for these other new characters that show up, you know, like I don't have like the care for them yet. Although they do seem very quirky and interesting. Like the dance squad that showed up with the captain, and she's just like this hard ass that comes in and she's like dancing. I want to show that it's all about like the freedom of movement. We don't need fancy outfits for that. And then like that top hat crew came in, and like the two freckled faced boy and girl just instantly fell like in love with each other, love at like first sight between both of them. I guess it was just really weird, a really weird subplot to introduce these characters and then have them instantly like fall in love with each other. Like, I wonder if it's gonna play some kind of part in the story, or were they just having fun with the characters that they're created? You know, like I'm curious if it's gonna pay off in a way other than just for, you know, the funds of doing it. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I did find it funny that like part of it was to just show like the social awkwardness of Koichi some more too, where like the guy was like, "Oh, like she cut her hair. I want to tell her it looks good, but I'll wait until after to tell her that." And then Koichi just straight out says it, you know. Now, I understand the first one because I think isn't it a thing where girls sometimes like cut their hair when they like are interested in a boy or just went through a breakup. They want like some kind of change sort of thing. I could be wrong about that, but I think like that I've heard that's kind of like a stereotype, in a way. So, you know, I guess Koichi pointing it out is maybe what made her embarrassed, even though he said that it looked like she looks good, right? So you'd think you'd be like, "Oh, thanks for the compliment after I cut my hair." But I guess if she's aware that she did it for that reason, it might have embarrassed her for him to bring it up, right? But also, why would you cut your hair if you don't want people to bring it up? I don't know. It's one of those things where, as a man who doesn't even worry about his hair because he just cuts it all off, I don't understand. um, but yeah. So that was like interesting line, and then also to bring in like Miyu and you, like these two underground idols that, like at first they were like mocking her. Like, is that did I get the wrong impression of that when they first showed up? Yeah, it was right here. What's with her showing up in street clothes like some yokel? Is she clueless? What did they mean by that's what I don't get. Like, okay, I get them mocking her for showing up in street clothes, but why are they like she doesn't get it? Like, are they supposed to be showing off here? Because the funny thing is the next group that walks in is also just in their normal outfits, you know? Like, they're not in any fancy costume, you know? So, like, I don't know. Maybe, did they think, like, you have to sell yourself in this meeting, but she doesn't have to do that because she's already in with Makoto, you know? Like, it's not like she has to impress Makoto or anything. They already know each other. So maybe that's just what they meant because they don't know that they know each other. I don't know. It introduced those two characters and made them instantly feel a little bitchy to me, and it made me instantly not like them. So then when one of them got hurt and was like crying, or we saw them putting in the effort, you know, it started to turn me around because I'm like, okay, they're not just spoiled kids. They're actually putting in the effort to increase their stamina and prepare accordingly for this song. And then I felt bad for her when she, you know, sprained her ankle and, you know, she was crying because of how hard she worked for this. But there was still that underlying, like, bitchiness at the beginning that, like, it was hard for me to get over. Once again, it was just an interesting choice to throw that out there in the beginning of the episode, you know, that just made me kind of not like them right off the bat and then try to turn it around in the same episode. I don't know, there was just some choices there. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked the whole episode and everything, but I was just like not totally blown away by the direction they took with some of the characters. It just felt like forced in a way to try to endear me to the characters. I don't know. Like if Popstep would have sprained her ankle, that would have been more compelling because we know her for more episodes. We know how excited she is, but also nervous for this and doesn't want to mess anything up. And then she's gonna blame herself if she sprains her ankle and ruins like the show for other people that she drove. Like Makoto came in and put so much work into it and stuff. Like that storyline would have been interesting, a little bit more compelling than just these random girls that we don't really know very well yet, that they made me not like in the beginning and then made me like try to make me like. So I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So I am looking forward to like the concert. I hope we manage to at least get some of it without it getting interrupted. But we already know that power outage and the eel guy is coming and all that. So, which also I feel so bad for that eel kid because I'm pretty sure that's the same eel kid we saw before, but just probably hopped up on like even more drugs than the last time. And so he's like, because before he was like a thin, like long eel, and now he's like jacked, you know. So, uh, it's really interesting. And the electricity, man, the animation on that looked really good. But then we had Hachisuka, which is interesting because Hachisuka was on the phone at the moment with All For One, and then got interrupted by Knuckle. I think they were still on the phone. So does All For One know that they're being attacked? Would All For One care enough? Now, granted, to be fair, she's going against things that like All For One keeps calling and is like, "Hey, you're going too far. Stop doing this." And she's just like, "But I'm just having some fun." So I almost think even if All For One heard that this was happening, he might not do anything about it. He might just be like, "Well, if someone takes her out, then that just makes my life easier. I can just send someone else who will be more compliant to do my bidding," right? Like, even if she was doing her bidding properly, I don't even know if All For One would help. I guess it depends on how useful she is, right? Which I guess is the whole point of what I was just saying. I don't think All For One would ever save her because he cares, right? I think it would be more of what can she do for me and is she useful, right? Will I save my pawn because it's a useful pawn? But yeah, so I'm really excited to see more about that whole dynamic with that being his daughter and everything, potentially being possessed by another person's quirk in some way. Which, I mean, it's interesting because she seems way more high functioning. The girl from last episode that had like the bees coming out of the crotch or whatever was happening there. I don't know if they was hiding up her skirt or if they were actually hiding up her hoo-ha, but yeah, I don't really want to think about either one. So, but she seemed more like not in control. Like she didn't seem as normal. Like Hachisuka acts very normal if that is some kind of possession. Maybe it's something where the beat user can only possess so many people. Maybe you have like a certain amount of like stat points, let's say, of like intellect that you can project into other human beings, right? And she's allocating most of them to Hachisuka, and the rest, like whatever like little bits left over, was to that friend in the last episode that was like kind of tweaking out and being weird, you know? So or they decided to make it weird just to freak out the audience, and maybe they can just control multiple people and all that. But yeah, really interesting. I'm super fascinated by that whole storyline. I just want to watch more. I want to see more. That's all I gotta say. And like I said, the concert stuff's cool. Like, I absolutely loved the concert in My Hero that happened. I won't say too much, just in case people watch this and don't watch My Hero. But there was a concert in that show that was just absolutely amazing. I can't imagine this is gonna top it, just because of the emotional investment of all of that. But I do know that My Hero can make some fun concerts and everything. So I am looking forward to that. But I also I actually think I want the concert to happen, though. Like, I'm so scared it's gonna get interrupted, and I'm gonna feel so bad for Pop Step. So, anyway, yeah, let's wait till the next episode to find out, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Links in the description below should be popping up on the screen. You can get 2 episodes ahead through the early access tier. And yeah, support me and what I do here, and I very much appreciate it if you choose to. And if you don't, that's fine too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.